We'd like to call to order the September 14th Recreation Committee meeting. All councilmen are present except Councilman Dempsey Lambert. I would like to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a prayer. Councilman Joseph leads in the prayer.
Bow our head. Dear Lord, give us the power and the strength to make the right decision for Ascension Parish. Dear Lord, bless this great parish, bless this great state, and bless this great country. Oh Lord, and bless all the armed forces service that give us the freedom to express our right to free speech and make the decision that's best for this council. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
I'll be right back.
I'd like to remind, I don't see anybody in the public, but I'd like to remind, if somebody does walk in, if you want to make a comment, the public comment cards are at the podium. You fill one out and bring it to us, then we'll call you up if you want to speak on a particular agenda item. With that, we'll go to agenda item number 4, the director's report by Ricky Armand.
Start off with our 2017 fall baseball and softball seasons have officially begun. The basketball registration for the 2018 season begins October 9th on the west side. Flyers will be passed out to the local schools in that area to get the word out. Registration forms and fees may be turned in Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Recreation Office in Donsonville. ISA will also be setting up registration tables at some of the local football games on the West Bank. Eastside basketball registration will be open the last 2 weeks of October. This registration will be open online only. Please check the recreation page on ascensionparish.net for updates. We have met with Gonzales Soccer Club and are anticipating trying our first soccer season on the west side in the spring of 2018. We will pass more information on to this committee as we get it. And that's it, if y'all have any questions.
Yes, what's our status on the,
Well, I have one little quick question. You said basketball sign-ups in last 2 weeks of October?
Yes.
Online?
Yes.
Okay, all
For the
ages?
East Bank.
All ages, for the East Bank?
Right.
Okay.
Now, we don't have all the gyms, but we're gonna work the season out this year.
We're going to work a season this year.
Parents may have to travel a little bit further to bring the kids to.
Is Lamar Dixon going to be available for our league play?
Y'all season not going?
who's y'all season? As far as I know, it should be available,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, that's all.
Well, I mean, I knew it was available. I didn't know if y'all had it out or not with the AUU or AU.
No, I don't think it's blocked. It's always open for AYBA during the AYBA season.
For the program, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me ask you, 'cause I know some people may not have access to online registration. Is there any way to have maybe at least registration open at Lamar Dixon maybe for 4 hours on 2 Saturdays or something? So for people who may not be able to get it online or may not have a debit card or something of that nature.
Carl Cena usually does only online registration. However, people email him with, when they have issues like that come about, so it's not a problem. But I'll check with him to see if he can do an in-person registration at least one day, because he's only registering for 2 weeks this year.
Okay. Yeah. Councilman Joseph?
Okay, my question is on the basketball. I see y'all registered for basketball, but have we solved the gym situation with basketball? Currently, right now, we only have the Lemon Center. We used to have the old DHS gym, and basically it was open it was a free gym, where now the school board is renovating that to improve their Head Start program. Have y'all contacted Lori or DHS to see what gyms we're going to be, and does that going to have a problem running the program on scheduling?
I'm gonna let Michelle answer that. She's been talking to Chad Lynch, so she may be able to update you on that.
Yeah, we have met and talked to Chad Lynch, and he will do whatever he can to accommodate us. The only thing that we worry for with the program on the west side is they're used to their gyms being close together, and a lot of people commute on the west side on bikes and feet, they walk. So the location of the gym being so far from where it previously was is our only concern. But there are no other gyms closer than Donaldsonville High School or Lori or.
Okay, then, the West Bank normally schedule their basketball during weeknights too. I mean, and I know the school activity during the weeknight, that mean we're gonna have to adjust some things to be only on weekends. I mean, y'all feel comfortable that you can get a schedule in and all those games can be played?
I feel comfortable that we're gonna work something out. We're gonna make it happen. For every kid that wants to play, we will find a way to make that happen. Maybe we have to play Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, instead of just Saturday, but we will make it happen.
Okay, and then and the next question, basically letting the parents know that know that in advance, that these are, the things have changed, and they'll be prepared to do what they have to do to get their kids at the games or practice.
Right.
Okay.
Alderman Law.
Yeah, I have a couple things. I'd like to see posted online, maybe we can talk to technology about this, I may have brought this up before, the cost for renting all of our community centers and any of the community centers that we have all around the parish, and anything else that recreation is renting. I know I've had several people call me asking how much it costs, and it's not online, so if we can get that online by the next meeting, that'd be fantastic. Also, I know we talked about this in the SSA report. It was something that was mentioned for each department to look into different things that we can create a process for. And I think a great thing to create a process for is how do we go about letting the community know how they can rent one of these facilities. Because right now, it seems like it's just kind of call in, it's hit and miss, whether or not they get callbacks or somebody answers or that sort of thing. There's no real process for it. So I'd like to see some sort of process made for that. And I know SSA may help us with that, and we'll also have people from industry. We're hoping to partner with industries to help us with that sort of thing. Last meeting, we had talked about the cost associated with playing in each sport, how much each person's getting paid. Do we have any more information on that?
You talking about what persons?
The directors of baseball on the east side, baseball on the west side.
The salaries, I guess,
Salaries.
to
Yes.
employees.
I can go through them, I know them.
She knows them. She's the programs director.
No, but I mean, we spent a lot of time last meeting talking about that and saying that we wanted to find out more information about that. I mean, just knowing them is one thing, but it's my understanding we have somebody on the west side getting paid $5,000 to run a baseball program. Is that accurate?
Is accurate.
And how much are they getting paid on the east side?
It depends on what activity and what they do. Like Kurt, for example, my adult scheduler, he only schedules. He schedules for men's league, women's league, and co-ed. He doesn't do anything else besides that. So he gets 150 for scheduling each league. Byron, same thing. He gets 200. He schedules 11 to 1,500 kids per season. But
Okay.
that's all he does is scheduling.
And what does the person on the west side do? It's not I'm not attacking OJ's people on the west side. I don't understand why somebody's getting $5,000 to apparently to do scheduling. Can anybody explain the administration why somebody's getting $5,000 to do scheduling?
It was something that this board agreed to. It came before this board.
Is that a contract that we have with them?
Well, it was a contract at first, and we kind of shifted it off and made him a seasonal employee.
Yeah.
I'll allow Mr. Joseph.
That was the concern of what the whole situation is. And I'm always go back to my good friend Tide over here because he always said that balance thing. But I think what we need exactly what Councilman
That's long.
Aaron,
That's long.
Aaron, but I mean, I think we need to see something up here, and we can adopt it where we'll know this are the fees across the board, if it's basketball, baseball, whatever we do as I call the contract, our programs out, okay? That we gonna, pay these people. And so everyone would know that, and it won't be no more confusion across the board. So we're looking for a policy in these fees that across the board, based on the sports and based on what they're gonna be doing.
Yeah, I understand.
So,
And like I say, some of them you will see money being paid out because some of them run programs 6, 8 months out of the year. You know, so
and
we'll
once
get
again,
that together in a report and bring it
Yeah.
back
You
here.
know, we asked for that last meeting, though, for
I
this
did
meeting.
type it up. I did type it all up. I just didn't, when I was writing the agenda this time, I had just moved. I don't have all my stuff together, so it just completely, but I do have it all typed up and ready.
Okay, we need to see that, because, I mean, that's very concerning.
Councilman,
It's good, you can finish up.
No, I've got all kinds of.
And I'm kind of like, I'm like OJ, it needs to be more consistent with everybody. And, yeah, say it came to the council or this board for voting on, unless I missed that meeting, I don't remember telling, the $200 for this person, the $150. I don't think that came to this board. That's something that came from administration, I would think.
I may have misstated that.
I don't know.
Contract-
I just don't remember any of that coming to us. It could have, but I'm not,
The contract for the Johnsonville one started out
Yeah.
in front of this council.
yeah. The contract, the basic contract, but it didn't show individual what they get paid for different things.
Well, that's, I'd like to see the contracts
Yeah.
next meeting, have all of that here next meeting, so we can really look into this.
I don't know if they are under a contract, are they?
I don't think they're under a
Seasonal
contract anymore.
Not
employees,
anymore,
the
they
only-
It was a one-year contract, right? So therefore, he's not under
Right.
contract.
And we did away with that contract. We went to a seasonal employee. That's where the other guys, they're not under a contract, they're seasonal employees. As long as the season's running, they're getting paid. When the season stops, their pay stops.
Are we paying anybody right now?
Well, we just
well-
started paying back for the fall. For fall league, we paid Kurt because we have.
And who's Kurt?
Kurt Lambert is our APASA, Women's League, Co-ed, and Men's League. So currently, right now, we have Co-ed happening and Men's League happening.
Okay, and how much does he get paid?
$150 per league.
So 450? So 450?
Well, no, right now, he only gets paid for when they're playing, so Women's League is over. So now we only have Men's League and Co-ed.
So
So
300?
it's 300.
Is that 300 per
Week.
week?
300 per week, okay.
Do we have any other people getting paid right now?
Byron Bordelon, which is our boys' baseball, we are in our fall season,
How much does he get paid?
200 a week.
Do we have any other people?
BJ Romano, was getting paid for our AYSA. That fall league has started as well.
And how much is that per week?
$250, because he does field work and, works weekends for the tournaments.
Any others?
Not right now.
Okay. Do we have, go ahead.
Who hired the individuals?
These people have been here since way before me. Like, way before me. They've been, Kurt was here. I was playing ball before I came to work here, and he was over the leagues. BJ was over the leagues before I got here, and so was Byron. And now Byron left for a little while, but came back as president this year.
Are these individuals monitored by anybody, or who do they report to?
Me.
And so they're just an at-will employee? These are just at-will employees?
They're seasonal employees, yeah.
Yes.
well, you go ahead. I'm gonna wait for you, Mr. Lawless.
Yeah, I'm going to offer a resolution, though, to the administration that we reopen the hiring process for the recreation director immediately, that we re-advertise for it.
Have a
I
motion.
second that. I kind of thought we had one. No?
Well, I go ahead and do the motion first, then we'll
Okay.
open it to discussion.
I
Got a-
second it.
Got a motion by Councilman Lawler to reopen the hiring preparation director, seconded by Councilman
Okay.
Lambert. Do we have any objection?
No objection. It's a question.
With no objection, the motion passes.
Okay.
Councilman Lambert.
Was it a director hired or accepted? Or
I
no?
just got an email today that we had one that met the requirements of employment and needs to report Monday, a director for recreation.
I thought I heard that at one of the previous meetings this
I
week.
got that email sometime this evening.
Well, I'll go ahead and just say it. Me and Mr. Lawler were in the interview process with the three individuals who had an interview as far as becoming a recreation director. And from our understanding, the individual that got hired, or that is hired, was the least qualified. And we had this report that was done by SSA, and we just feel that having that done by SSA didn't make sense if we were going to hire the least qualified person for this interview. The person that was hired for the recreation director came to the interview with us with shorts and a polo shirt on. He has no management background, and I don't think I'm alone as up here as feeling that he's just not qualified for the position that he's been hired for. If it's going to be somebody that needs a great deal of help and a great deal of propping up to handle that position, he shouldn't be hired for that position. The two other candidates that were interviewed that same day both had a recreation background, had management experience in recreation, and were both qualified. And I can't. This is just my personal opinion on this part when I'm about to speak here. But as far as I'm concerned, I just feel like the individual that was hired is almost for the same reason why the administration stays in the paper now, as far as hiring individuals in the recreation or any department head who aren't qualified to be in that position, as far as being either a political appointment or kin to somebody. And that's just my opinion as far as the individual who, from my understanding, that we are going to hire as the recreation director, that he's not qualified by no stretch of the imagination, and that at the end of the day is going to reflect badly on the parish as far as how did this individual get hired as a recreation director for Ascension Parish. Councilman Lambert.
I guess my big question is, what's the legalities here? Y'all have already hired, he's scheduled to come to work Monday? Is he accepted the job and y'all administration hired him?
As far as I know, when I got the email.
So
they
what is
said
the legalities of that? If we decide not to hire him?
I would have to bring that by the legal department.
It sounded
That's something that we need to
like
look
he was
at,
working
you
for the parish
know, huh?
Sounded like he was working. I didn't realize he was already working for the parish at $250 a week anyway. I mean, that's something new.
That was never disclosed.
But that's something that we need to look at, is what I'm saying. I see your point, Travis, but since they hired him already, we need to make sure we don't get ourselves in a bind there.
What's at will
It's
state?
just our
Yeah.
request.
It's at will state. Councilman Lawless. Lawler.
Old habits die hard. I share some of the same sentiments that Councilman Turner just spoke about. I believe the person that we may be hiring is qualified to do some great work with recreation. My concern is with the director's position and the experience to do that. I believe the person that we may be hiring is, it could be an asset to the parish, to recreation, but isn't ready for the director's position. And I think this person in the future could be, but he doesn't have the budgeting and grant and fundraising, that experience that this recreation department needs. We have some money. We could use more. We have to figure out ways to get it from outside sources. And I think other candidates had experience in doing that. I think the current candidate that we're looking at really has a great experience in maintenance, and I think could be a great benefit to this parish, to our recreation department, in helping us maintain all of our fields and all of our facilities. That's why I'd really like to reopen this, because I think the greatest need we have in recreation now is looking at how we spend our money, how we can do it more efficiently, and through that we can maintain things better. I don't want to cast aspersions on the person that may be taking the job, because I think they have certain qualifications that we need. However, I think right now recreation is in need of somebody with a lot of budgeting experience and experience as a recreation director, experience in that field with fundraising also. And the two other candidates had that experience. They also had experience in recreation, not athletics. Because recreation in this parish is not only athletics. We have outdoor activities. We have the potential for boat launches. We have dog parks. We have walking trails. I think that's what we need. We don't have it. Things that we need a performing arts center. There are things like that we have to look broader than just athletics right now. And that's why I'm making that motion.
Councilman Joseph.
For me, it's been the same thing for the whole time. I mean, recreation is just basically just like everything else in this government. We do baseball, we do basketball, we do soccer, and pretty much that's it. I mean, we got over 130,000 people. They come from all parts of the world now. You know, they are looking for multicultural events and recreation, and we do not provide it. And if we're going to stay within our mean of our government, it's just doing the same old thing we have been doing for the last 15 years I've been sitting up here, we still going to have people complaining. And I can't sit up here and say, oh, it's just the public, It's the truth. They are tired. They won't see a change. And we're not doing a good job at it. And I mean, I've been here and I've seen a lot of directors come here. I haven't seen one yet with a qualified background in recreation. They might have had experience in recreation, but not the background what we need. None of these guys, the proposal of the past one could go to Breck and run Breck in Baton Rouge. Not one of them. They just don't have the experience. So, I hope administration would take this in consideration and go to hire the best person for the job, qualified. I mean, I'm like Todd. I mean, hey, maybe we might be a little bit too late, but at least we are putting our requests in and the administration know where we want to go. That's all I have to say.
I guess, I agree with y'all, but, can't compare ourselves to Breck, because Breck has a huge budget compared to what Ascension Parish Recreation has. And just like a lot of our departments, we don't have big funding. We don't have dedicated funding for a lot of them, and we went out for more funding and it got rejected for several things that we tried to go for. So we are living within our means of the budget that we have. We have a lot of parks. We do a lot for what we have, to be honest with you. We are doing a lot for the small budget that we have. And maybe that's probably why we didn't get you get a qualified recreation director, you're going to have to come up with some money. It's not going to be what we normally have been paying. And that might be why the administration is looking where they're looking, but
Well,
we can do it. I'm just worried about whether it's legal.
well, I mean, once again,
Okay,
that we're
I
not,
just got a legal opinion. It's going to take 2/3 vote of the council to remove a department head. So if they hired him already, it's going to take a 2/3 by the council to remove him.
okay, but that's fine. But
Just a
going back
heads up.
up as what Todd is saying, Councilman Law and myself both said in the interviews for the three candidates that were presented to the council. And just to be frank, the individual who they were talking about hiring, didn't even understand how you even got an interview to be in the top
And
three.
I don't have no problem with, your
Right.
opinion, I just want to make sure we're doing it legal, so.
No, I understand that, but I wanted to understand why we are bringing this up. We had three individuals come for our interview. Councilman Lawler was in there, myself, Moose, President Matassa, Ken Dawson, and Michelle Topley, and Ms. Michelle from the SSA. And out the three candidates, the one that administration chooses or wants to hire was number three. that that everybody in there thought, and it wasn't close. And me personally, I was wondering how he even got an interview. And we had two qualified individuals who came in there with portfolios with recreation background, who were more than qualified to run the parish recreation department. And neither one were offered the job, from my understanding. Neither one were. I understand your concern about where they're going to accept the pay, but they weren't even offered the job. The third candidate was offered the job, and I just can't get past the point that even when we did the interview, he came to the interview with shorts on and a polo shirt. That's just not the way you go to an interview. I hire COE workers for my law office. They don't come to an interview with shorts on and a polo shirt. They at least have the decency to come to the interview at least with slacks on and a button-up shirt. And to me, when you come to an interview dressed like that, that's telling me you know something obviously that I don't know, that you already have this position set already, and we're just going through a dog and pony show.
And I guess one other thing is, you know, it's a position that's already filled and it's not appointed by the council. It is appointed by the administration. We don't appoint that position.
And that, I mean, look, that is completely understandable, and we know that this is not binding.
So it's up to the
on
administration to, you know, if we want to bring it back up with 2/3 vote to change it, we're gonna have to go that route, I guess, you know.
And I fully understand that, and, you know, this is not our decision as a council, and I'm aware of that, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I just really want what's best for recreation right now, and we don't have a huge budget. We have a limited amount, and that's why, for me, having somebody that has some budgeting and directing experience is so important. That's why I think we have an opportunity. They had some good candidates out there, and like I said, the candidate that we're looking at right now, I think could be an asset to the parish in a different way. And I think you know, in years to come, with more experience, learning, it takes a lot to be a director of any department. And to learn how to be a director of a department, it takes some time, it takes some experience. Right now, recreation is in a position where we're growing as a parish. We've got kids everywhere, but we've got kids that are playing ball, I mean, that live in this parish that are playing outside the parish all the time. We want them here, so we need to provide them that service. And we're at a crux right now. We've hit the crossroads. We have an opportunity. Let's go out and get the best person, and let's put our money where our mouth is. I mean, we've done a good job with the recent soccer fields. We've got that going. That's gonna. I can tell you, it's already starting to pay dividends when I've talked to people that when they start playing on those fields, they have parents that are now looking at bringing their kids, letting them play here in the parish. That right now they're playing elsewhere, but once these fields come up and running, they said, you know what? We're going to start sending them over here because we've got something nice now. That's what I want to see for recreation. And that's it.
Yeah, I don't even know the individual y'all speaking of, so it's not political.
No, I know.
I just want to let y'all know that.
No, we know that.
I don't know the gentleman, so
Me neither.
I just want to go with what's illegal. Yeah.
All right, with that, we'll go to agenda item number 5, purchase in Donsville.
Yes, we're looking at purchasing, we're considered purchasing some property, and it's basically gonna be for soccer fields and small Little League football fields. And what's in question, it was brought to our attention that, we'd like to look at purchasing. The land is 2.12 acres, and its purchase price is $229,995.
Question. Is that commercial property or is it residential property or
It's pretty much.
is that the going
commercial.
price per acre is over $100,000 an acre? in
$2.50
Dawsonville?
per square foot, per square foot.
Okay.
91,900.
So it's fair market value is been looked at.
Yes.
Councilman Joseph.
Yeah, and just to, Todd, I looked at the same thing and based it on that true market value because, I asked the same question. And that market value came when we purchased the Louisiana Fairground. Okay? Basically, that's about his price haven't changed one bit from what we paid for the fairground, about 8 years ago. And,
Okay. That's all I had.
Councilman Law.
Is this contiguous to an existing park?
Yes, this is, it's connected to Louisiana Fairground, and basically, what we are trying to do is just basically square off this property just for soccer, flag football, tackle football. Currently, right now, just to give you a little history of it, the green space we have in the fairground is usually, when baseball season, they normally park their cars. They have the Sunshine Festival, or any other festival in that green space area. They hit golf ball with tees and all that. And it's just becoming a problem. We have 3 football teams that practice in the area. The ground is hard, and we're trying to isolate them different just put them on a safe environment ground where it can be used year-round for things.
Okay, and the reason I asked that is because, you know, it seems like kind of a high price for property. I know in Prairieville, I don't think it's going for that much an acre, but because it is connected to a park we already have, and it's convenience for the people. So I don't have any objection to it.
Do we need a motion on this, or was it just a?
Yeah, I think.
I want to make one point now.
Okay.
Purchase it this year, after title review and everything, and we'll have to go get the money out of the fund balance. Yeah, you have to.
Or
Yeah.
you'll have to make a motion
To,
Send it to
to
finance?
borrow the money from the fund balance, and so we can take it to
and goes to,
council.
and then it goes to,
Full
To
council.
finance and then
Finance.
council.
okay, and make the motion that we request to get the funds out of fund balance and move it to go to finance.
We got a motion by Councilman
I'll
Joseph.
second
Do we
that.
have a second by Councilman Lawler? Any objections?
One question. Fund balance is a recreation fund balance?
Yes.
Okay, just verifying. That's fine.
With no objection, the motion passes.
Good.
With that, we go to agenda item number 6, the gym leak repair update.
The contractor is on site every day working on the project. It should be finished in another month and a half.
What are they doing to fix it?
Yeah.
They dug out all the old grout, I was out there the other day, he was putting some, self-leveling compound, and then he's coming back over with the epoxy, and then he got a few other treatments he's putting on top of it.
And what type of warranty are we getting with this?
1 year.
Just 1 year?
He guarantees his work. He said they do this all the time.
We only gave us 1 year, though?
Yeah.
What's the final cost on it?
It was about $40,000.
Okay. It's got to get fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta, definitely has to get fixed.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, in that 1 year period is just, well, outside that 1 year period, is just what cost us for him to come back out and do any additional work that needs to be done?
I mean, yeah, it costs us money, you know.
But for 1 year, though, if it leaks, we're good.
So we had people bid it with no warranty. You know, so, I mean,
So 1 year is about the best we got warranty-wise? All right.
and it guarantees his work, so.
All right, well, yeah, for a year. With that, I forgot to, at the beginning of the meeting, take off agenda item number 7. It was requested by Miss Amy Johnson. She wanted to move that to the next meeting, so I don't know, do I need a motion to move that to the next
That's
meeting?
up to you.
Okay. What we do, we'll remove agenda item number 7 and bring it forward to the October meeting. And with that, we'll go to agenda item number 8.
Move to adjourn?
Second.
To James, motion by Councilman Lawler, second by Councilman Lambert. Meeting adjourned.